Hi everyone. So I'm going to put my first wash of watercolour paint on my drawing. I've done a line drawing of my apple here in front of me. I have my watercolour paper taped down on a piece of cardboard to give it support, and I have my paints. I've got 2 jars of water, one for cleaning my brush, one for diluting paint, and various brushes. So looking at the apple, I'm going to start with just some yellow. And the reason being is because I'm going to need yellow in this study to make maybe an orange and also to make green, okay, because there's hints of kind of reds and greens and oranges on the apple. So if I want to make orange, I'm going to take a little bit of red into my yellow, and if I want to make green, I'm going to take a little bit of blue into my yellow here, okay? And another thing you can do is record or just check your colour on a piece of card, see what kind of colour you're getting. I'm getting a very kind of almost like a dark green there. So if I go back a little bit more yellow, and I can adjust the colour depending on what I want, okay? So starting off, I'm just going to go with my yellow first. This is a cadmium yellow, and I'm going to go straight into my painting with the yellow. And what I'm doing is I'm just putting the yellow on where I see it on the surface of the apple, on the skin of the apple. So just dropping in the yellow here and there. Maybe I'll go a little bit stronger with it. Yeah, not being, I have to work quite quick because watercolour dries quite quickly, so I have to really, not hang about. So I've got my yellow on. Next I might try a little bit of my red with my yellow. Okay, and I'm just going to drop that on in the spaces that are left. A little bit more red. Where I see the red, here and there, dropping it in the gaps, and working my way around. With watercolour, it's not a good idea to go back over an area you've just painted and start fiddling about with it, because the colour can become very mucky very, very quickly. So I'm just trying to do this as quickly as I can to get that coat of paint on. And nearly there, a few little gaps left. So clean my brush again, and what I'm going to do now is maybe take a little bit more of my yellow, and this time a hint of blue. Okay, and a hint of blue, and that's just in the areas that are left. I'm dropping in that colour, okay? And at this stage, you're getting to a stage where you're just filling in your gaps, and then it's time to stop and let that dry. And what you could do is even have a second drawing done, as I have here, and while one is drying, you could be doing another study on the second apple, okay?